Okay. The music stopped very abruptly as I changed over. But I'm back! I'm here! I'm not on screen though, because here's how we're gonna start this. There have been many doodles. There have been many doodles. Many doodles. In fact, this is just a fraction of all of the doodles that I have made. For those of you that may have not been around too long, I've made so many. I went through all the files. There's like hundreds and hundreds upon hundreds of different doodles. But now, I am going to be looking, hang on, where's the button? I'm going to be looking like this. Moody, brown hair. You could see the fact that I didn't have anything underneath my torso. There's going to be multiple revisions. At some point, I'm probably going to redraw this. If you haven't seen the channel intro video that I made, it basically outlines why I've made this doodle. She looks more like the real life me, so in the future if I want to do IRL content, I can more easily. Also, I like the fact that she's a moody, stroppy madam, because I am a moody, stroppy madam. You like the doggy doodle? I'm going to show that off in a bit, but for now, I am going to get started with my PowerPoint presentation. You may call me Miss LaRoodle. Okay, let's get started. If everything is working. There we go, I did a PowerPoint. Character stats, that's me. I'm a character now. I'm not a video game character, I'm not in a video game. This is my full name. Marcion Lexi. Everyone's turning up now. Just in time to read my character stats. My name is Doodle LaRoodle. My end name was chosen by the community. My forename was chosen because it's a username I've had for like several years. My pronouns are she, her. The intended audience age is 15 plus. If you're watching and you're younger than 15 plus, make sure that an adult knows there may be some swearing. And occasional on the line topics. So I talk about mental health and stuff like that. But generally speaking, it's like mostly okay. I'm taller than Jazz. I'm in my 20s. Maybe that tells you a bit more about which part of my 20s I'm in than intended. I want to be a professional artist of some description. Not really first. I have a brother and both parents. I have a partner called Ev, who I believe I have a picture of. Oh, he's hidden by Deppy. Hang on. How do I remove myself? There's Ev. You'll see a better picture of him later, I think. Maybe. I can't remember. You're the same weight, the pair of you. Wait, height? I think you mean height. You and Jazz are the same height. No, shush. And also, you guys' name is Peeps. I call you Peeps. Deppy, my son. Do not remove him. No. I remove me as well. It's only fair. Oh my goodness. It's PNG showcase time! It's a bit laggy, the stars in the background. So here's how this is gonna work. This is the part of the stream. Oh goodness. This is the part of the stream where you are going to see me go through all of my different models that I have. I don't like the fact that the stars in the background are laggy, but I think my face in the foreground isn't, so that's good. Jazz taller, got it. Rude. Okay, you're going to see a little bit of behind the scenes stuff, like if I put my mouse over this. Oh no, now you can see everything, but I can go through this way, the niceness. So, there we go. There's small Deppy. So this is what Deppy looks like in small form. Yep, they've got big and small form. I'll be explaining that later. What is Deppy? Why is their name Deppy? Why are they constantly on screen with me and sometimes blue and sometimes dark brown? We'll get into that. Don't you worry. I accidentally clicked next slide. I can fix this. Other things that I've got. Me but mad. So if I'm playing a video game and I'm dying a lot, I can be mad. Like real mad, because this is about how frustrated I get. And conversely, there we go, me whilst happy. Is it as extreme as me when mad? No, but that's fine. And finally, I have one more thing that I want to show you guys, but I have to remove Doodle altogether for this. That's right, I made another type of Doodle model that actually requires loading a separate file. I've disappeared, but it's fine. Some of you already know what this is. Oh, I've also made myself with short hair. So if I get a haircut, I can just switch. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Was it? This evening we're going to be, well, this evening for me anyway, we're going to be playing the Dog Island. So I made myself into a dog. Yep. Anyway. Puppy doo. Yeah, puppy doo. Let me just switch back over and then we will get on with the rest of the PowerPoint because I want to speed my way towards the tier lists. Boop. If you want to see more of Dude Dog, as Lady Lexi has just called them, and I really like it, make sure you come along to the stream later. It should be a couple of hours after this one ends. Let's go back to Doodle Me, long hair variation. And you know what, let's go for happy. I'm in a good mood. I can be in a happy mood. Wee-hoo! Back down. Wonderful stuff. Was that professional? No. I just said, was that professional? And then smacked my microphone. But let's continue. Who makes what? This is going to be a very quick slide. Who makes everything on my channel? It's mostly me, I have to say. However, other than the fact that I make mostly everything on the channel, I also use music from YouTube Audio Library and Slofi and Stream Beats, mostly on Spotify. Obviously, YouTube Audio Library is on YouTube, and moderating is what we're going into next. Moderators in the chat say what? Everyone's like, what? Oh, I forgot I have other things. I should have been clicking this whole time. Who is that wonderful person? It's Mona Doodle. I'm sure I'll make more stuff for her later. My moderators, make sure that you say hi to them too. We have my first ever moderator, Concerned Martian, also known as the Sleepy Moderator. We have my second moderator, Jazz, also known as the Chaos Moderator. We have my third moderator, and this is not in order of how much I like them, this is just in order of when they joined the team. We have Vice, Forge Moderator, Blacksmith Extraordinaire, Canadian. We have Pappy, who is covered by the chat. Let me just get the chat out of there. Get out of the way, chat. There we go. There's Pappy. I didn't really think this through. Member for 10 months. Thank you so much, Lexi. There we go. Now you can even see it on the screen. And last, but definitely not least, we have my partner, Ev. I told you he'd be coming back up. He's the absent moderator. He's not usually here. In fact, right now he's at work. Maybe he's on his way home. Who knows? He's not here right now. This is the whole moderating team. I feel really bad for Pappy. I messed that up. So there we go. Here's the whole moderating team. All on screen. And all very lovely people. I wanted to make sure that you saw a little something about them. Where am I? Where can you find me? I have a second channel. Again, links are in the description. I have a second channel. I want to do art stuff on it. I still haven't done art stuff on it, but I really, really, really want to. So there's that. Also, I need to move down slightly. Nobody's going to talk about my missing torso, are they? No, nobody would. That's so insensitive. Okay, where else am I? Discord. Join the Discord. I'm there all the time. It's like my main social media. It's where I live. It's where I socialize with my friends. It's how I send F files. I'm there constantly. So if you want to hang out, that's a place. Instagram. There's kind of a thing going on at the moment where they're trying to steal your data to make AI stuff. So don't necessarily find me there yet, but if you've made sure that you've turned on that setting that doesn't let them steal your data, then I'm on there, I guess. Oh, and also I have channel memberships for this channel where you can get access to emojis and early videos when I make them. In fact, I have released a video today and various other things, so that is all wonderful, fine and dandy. Let's talk about me, shall we? By me, I mean the me on screen right now. Let's go through it. Just in time for Arrow. What's up, Arrow? I started concepting what I look like and I went way all in on the anger. So here's my initial concepts. This is proof that I came up with this design and nobody else. I like doing that. I like proving that I came up with stuff. Not that I think my stuff is so good that I didn't come up with it. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Here's my initial concepts. I had glasses and also I had the moles on my chin for a bit. But yeah, we're back. However, this is the final official character model sheet for this version of Doodle. You'll notice her hair is a bit darker. My actual hair is a bit darker than she ended up being, but I was blending in with the black backgrounds for loading screens too much, so I lightened it slightly. Here is all you need. If you ever want to draw fan art of this Doodle, feel free to copy this. You can literally screen grab it. I'm giving you permission. You can screen grab this and use this as a reference sheet to draw whatever fan art you want. The only thing I ask for in return is let me see your fan art. I want to see it. So there we go. for you and for me. And honestly, it's been helping me so much already, because I've already had to draw myself quite a few times for thumbnails and stuff, because there's been exciting stuff going on the channel. But yeah, moving on, giving you all time to snip it if you wanted to. Right. Here's the lady of the hour. That's right, she's a lady, because I'm a lady. Deppy. I've been talking about Deppy for a while, and this is where that whole 15+ thing I said comes in. I'm going to touch very lightly on mental health stuff. Very, very lightly. So, what is Deppy? Deppy is my mental health monster. You can probably tell what Deppy is from their name. Their diet is negative thoughts. When Deppy is fed too many negative thoughts, they get aggressive, bitter, and malicious, but mostly big and brown. So, when I fed Deppy too much, you'll be seeing big Deppy in my streams, and if I am not feeding Deppy very much, you will see small Deppy in the streams. So there we go. That's an explanation of what's going on with depths. Moving on with that one, I will evolve them more as a character as and when. I'm starting off from a slow point, a point of wanting things. I wanted a familiar. This is the one that we're getting. Slightly too realistic, maybe. Let's move on to something slightly more upbeat. I have strengths and skills. Did you know that? Did anyone? I have them. Empathy and caring about others. I would say that it is a strength or a skill that I have. It can also be a weakness, I will admit. I am that person where you all know what I'm saying when I say every 60 seconds, a child in Africa. And then I don't hear the rest of the video because I'm already crying. I'm already bawling my eyes out. I can't help myself. I really am bad with that kind of thing. Other skills. I've done 3D environments in university, 2D digital stuff for about 8 years, traditional painting for over a decade now with paints, pencil. I can edit videos. The only thing I can't do is make music. I can't make music at all. Good way to raise awareness for mental health. I wanted a way to talk about it that wasn't talking about it. You know what I mean? So if I say, oh, I fed Deppy too much today, there we go. I've talked about it without talking about it. It's great, isn't it? Dude, roller skates? Right, we'll get down to this. Hang on. I'm also good at explaining stuff. Moving on, rollerblading and ice skating. I have been ice skating for 9 years? Might be over 9 years now. Might even be 11 years. Between 9 and 11 years I've been ice skating, but rollerblading was a somewhat more recent thing I picked up at the start of lockdown, roughly. So maybe 4 years I've been doing that, but I've gotten quite good. You're great at explaining things thoroughly. Even when you don't want it. I would say that I'm also good at being a good friend, but not to Jazz. It's fine, she's not here. I'm also amazing at making schedules. I love scheduling. There we go. There's some little things on the screen. Weaknesses, sticking to those schedules. Love making them. This is the reason why. If you also are like me, you love making schedules, you stuck at sticking to schedules. And talking, apparently. Google Calendars. Google Calendars is amazing because you can make that schedule and you can just move stuff around after the fact. It's brilliant. Video game ledgers. I'm good at it. Good at falling off of them. Edges, cliffs, platforms, generally speaking, not very good at that whole thing, but I enjoy them. And equally puzzles. So a puzzle platformer game, gonna be a fun time for you, but not for me. Being consistent with my hobbies, mood, or anything really. Big weakness, as you guys have seen. I rebrand stuff and I change the games I'm playing and everything is different all the time. I just blah, 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 blah. Stuck at sticking. Dude does dyslexia. I think I'm just not reading properly. I'm also bad at understanding social cues, and my main weakness is dairy. It is, if I were a vampire, I would be beaten with cheese. Anyway, I believe this is pretty much us being there. Likes and dislikes. We're gonna do the tier lists. Thank you for sitting through my presentation. I'm glad it was only 18 minutes long. If you want to go back and watch that, it will be in a VOD, so you can go back through it whenever you want. Roommate calls cheese death. I love cheese. That's a sad thing. I absolutely adore cheese, which is why I'm so sad I can't have it. Right, give me a sec to delete this PowerPoint from my life, from our lives. Goodbye, PowerPoint. It's gone. Now I need to close it so that I also can't see it. Wonderful stuff. No, don't bother saving it. I don't need to save it. Get everything sorted out for you peeps. And boosh. And double boosh. Tier list time. Welcome to my first tier list of the day. We are going to be tier listing pets. I have 3 tier lists lined up, and Clover's going to get some dinner. Enjoy your dinner, friend. We love a good tier list. Cheese, cheese, cheese on garlic bread and soup and everything. I love cheesecake. She loves cheese too, but is lactose intolerant. Ditto. I feel like one of the criteria for being lactose intolerant is loving dairy with every fiber of your being. That's kind of how it goes. But anyway, let's jump into this. As I said, I have 3 tier lists lined up. I am open for doing more tier lists after that, depending on how much time we've got. I did a tier list thing last year. You can see my mouse. I did a tier list thing last year, and we did 2, and it took me 2 hours. So I'm pacing myself. So let me start off with a couple of things with this tier list. Wild animals are not pets. This is a wild animal. This is a wild animal. What else is a wild animal? That's a crustacean. And you guys can disagree with me. Oh, Doodle, I'd love to have a raccoon as a pet. I love raccoons. Wild animal. Don't like spiders. That looks like a wild animal to me. Maybe I'm wrong. That is like a sugar glider. Again, I consider that wild animal. What about hamsters? Hamsters are supposed to be wild. No, all right. The line is blurry, but this is the precedent I'm setting. Toads and lizards, again, wild animals, but I don't really know enough about the individual species. That is just like a prawn. What is that? That's a shrimp. That's just straight up shrimp. I don't think anyone is domesticating fennekin foxes. Maybe I'm wrong again. That's a giant tortoise. Actually, you can have a giant tortoise in the back garden though. I don't think it needs that large an enclosure. Even a hermit crab, they're so cute. The savannah cat is wild. Where is the savannah cat? Where you at? All I can see is chinchillas. There you are. You're wild. People have had raccoon as a pet. There is a difference between one raccoon out of like thousands deciding to domesticate itself and people actively buying wild animals that have not been... Do you know what I mean? Sugar gliders are relatively common pets. Okay, but we'll move it up one. This is why you're here to help me. This is why you're here to help me, chat. This is why I'm not just doing it on my own. If they have been... Oh, right, that's a possum. That's just a possum. Have we... Nope, that's a monkey. Have we gotten rid of all of the animals that I would deem to be wild yet? Like, obviously, like, this poor frog is saying, please free me, I'm not domesticated. I think we're looking better now. I think we're ready to start the tier list. This is just how I roll. So let's start off with my personal S tier, which is going to be puppies. Puppies are S tier, and just underneath in A tier is cats. Okay, I want to make this clear. I am more of a dog than a cat person, but also I love cats. I will admit. Everything else is going to be a little confusing to me. So I've never had turtles before, but I know they bite you. Like, they really bite. Love on my cats. Vice is barely domesticated. Wild animals shouldn't be in houses, so I can't live at home. I feel like you domesticate yourself. Possums are common pets. No, are they really? I'm like, no. Surely not. What else have people said? They throw poo. What, the foxes? I would argue that monkeys probably also do that. My internet's just crashed, everybody. I hope you're still there. Let me know if I am still here. Goodness gracious me. We knew it was going to happen at some point. Stick bugs aren't an option. Yeah, I'm surprised there aren't more bugs. Although that being said, we do have a snail here. I'm going to put a snail in C tier. They're not the worst. I don't dislike snails, but equally, they're not the most engaging pet. You know what I mean? You're not going to get much entertainment. We're still here. Wonderful. Do let me know if the stream buffers or crashes or anything like that, or even just a little bit laggy, chunkiness. Just so I know what's going on. Okay, moving on. Snappy turtle. I'm going to put them in C tier because they bite. And with that same logic, where's the big boy? I'm going to put the tortoises in B tier because I feel like tortoises are less likely to bite you than a turtle. Maybe I'm wrong. It buffered, so I restarted it. Okay. Should I put in chat that if it buffers, restarting it is a good option? Or would one of the moderators be able to do that, if that is okay? Your friend from primary school owned an African land snail and bought it in for show and tell every single time. It never got old. Well, Martian, my wonderful moderator, I believe, has African land snails. I'm not sure how many. So I do like them, but equally, like, let's compare it to, say, what should I compare this to? A bunny. Let's compare it to a bunny. Bunny is closer to B tier. I might even put bunny in A tier, depending on how you treat it. It's not the best on how you raise it. At the very least, bunny and snail do not belong in the same strategy. Thank you very much, Vice. Everything else, right, so let's go through the farm animals. This is starting to blur the line. What counts as a pet and what counts as a farm animal? Okay, in my opinion, farm animals essentially mean that you want something other than companionship out of them. Pet, all you want from them is companionship. That's, in my head, the definition between pet and farm animal. So because this is a pet test, a pet tier list, I'm going to assume that all these farm animals are being are not being murderized or having any kind of produce taken from them as their main purpose. So by that definition, does cow belong in B tier or A tier? I'm kind of thinking B tier. Cows are adorable. They're also kind of scary, but like only when you're in a field of lots of them. So I'm putting cow in B tier because I would love to be able to go into my giant back garden and just pet my cow. Pet my pet cow. But from that logic, very hard to ride a cow. You know what's better for getting around as a mode of transport as a pet? Horses. Free milk. There we go though. Now you're thinking about it more as a farm animal. You know? You're thinking, oh, free milk, chickens, free eggs, getting less into pet territory, more into farm animal territory. So we're going under the assumption that you have like a bond with this cow. You know, it's not about the milk. Cow is B tier, friendly, sociable. Yeah, they are friendly and sociable. They don't know how big they are. Yeah, like big puppies. I love the photo of wash and blow dried cows all fluffy. I've seen them too. They're so cute. Horses are scary. They run around and bite. They're just a bit flighty. I like horses. Like, if you were surrounded by these weird little bipedal flesh people that were constantly like putting saddles on you and stuff, you'd probably get a bit flighty too. Anyway, I have seen so many Instagram videos of pet ducks, but I just get the feeling, no matter how much you bond with your duck, if you took it on a drive and you put it in a pond, it would leave you. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like if you went into a field with a cow, it would come over to you. If you went into a field with a horse, it would come over to you, especially if you had a bond. Would a duck come over to you, or would it just do its own duck things? I'm gonna put it in B tier with the cow. I feel like they're like, ducks shouldn't be pets. They don't have the ability to hold their, oh yeah. Why do you want that in your house? Look, some of these pets wouldn't be in the house. I'm making this very clear. The cow would not be in the house. You can have pets and have them in the garden. It's about the emotional connection, don't you think? Possums will often return to you. I'm still not entirely convinced. Where is it? I'm still not in. Look at that face. Is that a face that would return to you, or is that a face that would steal all the food from your fridge and then stab you in the back? It's giving me the latter vibes, right? Am I crazy? Ducks would come over to you as long as you knew it. Same with chickens. But is that because they want food or because they want you? Do you know what I mean? That came across as a little bit threatening. Is it because they want company or they want food? It's probably a better way of saying it. I'm going to put chickens below ducks for sure. I'm putting chickens C tier. I think a duck is better than a chicken. You'll be home by 7. It's the absent moderator. It's Ev. Everyone's saying hi. I can speak for the birds. We want both. Okay. I still think duck better than chicken, though. I have to say. And there are other birds here that will be in higher tiers. There are more birds. You've seen people have possums as pets in the US, but it's definitely on the same tier as raccoon. They're both wild animals that people have found as babies and chose to raise. This is what I mean about wild animals. Because, for example, slight sidetrack, it's not on here. Well, fennec foxes is on here, but I'm talking about normal red foxes. Nightbot's awake! Nightbot's awake! Oh, sorry, I got so excited. Nightbot says, lick the stream, everybody. If you haven't given the stream a lick, maybe consider it. And now I'm going to talk about foxes. Foxes are like part domesticated in that they've kind of started trying to domesticate themselves, probably through raiding our bins and realizing that we have a lot of food in our houses that they can't access without being our friends. But even then, there has only been like less than 5 recorded cases of foxes coming to humans for help. They will always rely on themselves first, and that is a sign that they're not fully domesticated yet. So that's why they're not on this list. And that's why all of the wild animals are in D tier for me. Sorry about that, Burb. I'm not sure why Nightbot targeted you for that one. That is 100% not your fault. You were just saying that you wanted the lick emoji. How do I... I can't override Nightbot in that case. Burb did not do anything wrong there. Okay. Ferrets. I have met people with ferrets before. They're very cute. However, they give me, like... Is it thief energy? Thief energy, maybe? Tortoise is going down here. I'm going to put ferret under rabbit. Breeders in Russia have a domesticated fox mostly. That's what I mean, mostly. I don't think the average person is going to have one of those foxes as a pet. Nightbot barely shows up and then causes mayhem. I know. He's like, lick the stream, and you get a ban, and you get a ban, and you get a ban. Right, I said I was going to breeze through these and it's already been 12 minutes. Chinchilla. I'm going to put chinchilla above or below a ferret. Below a ferret. Because I think ferrets, you can build them like cool assault courses and they can like go through tubes and they're super active during the day, whereas chinchillas just kind of remind me of like a ball with ears. They're very soft though. Yeah, Nightbot did it for the habit. Out of excitement, yeah. Right. Fish is a fish. It's a good first pet, but let's be honest, a fish is not better than a chicken. In fact, even a snail is above a fish. At least you can, like, hold a snail. You can't really hold a fish. Well, you can. But one time. Okay. What else are we looking at? What else are we dealing with here? In fact, out of this list, I'm going to put the shrimps and the tarantula and this hermit crab dude at the top. I think these three are at the top. Everything else is just a wild animal. That's just a skunk. You like that the best pet is the only one in S tier? Yeah, obviously. They're a league above. You had a fish that would jump out to be held. That fish might have had like a record-breaking IQ for a fish. That's the badger. Is that a badger? It's not what badgers look like here. I think all the badgers that are in the UK just look so tired and done with life. Okay, well, equally badger wild animals still not okay. A little bit upset that gerbils aren't on here. But you know what is on here? Rats. Now, I know a lot of people don't like rats. They find them disgusting. Ev is one of those people. But they've been domesticated. They're different. They're different from the normal rat. And for that reason, do I put them above a bunny? I'm going to put them below the other rodents. Whoa, cow is still at the bottom though. I really like cows. Okay, cow is... Do I move cow up a tier? Right, this is where this is all falling apart. You reckon it's a skunk? Is it a skunk? Is it a badger? It doesn't matter. It's staying in D tier. Both of them are D tier. You love rats. I think it belongs with this rodent collection. What I'm confused about is I think I'm putting cow above bunny. But duck is definitely below rat. That's very smart. Now here's the thing. I don't necessarily want intelligence from my pet. I already pride myself on my intelligence. I don't need more of that around me. You can take that as serious or sarcasm, whichever way you want. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a hamster in A tier. It is the perfect first pet. I had a hamster. He went by several names. 007, Otis, probably more of them. He had 3 cages. One at my mum's house, one at my dad's house. They were big ones. And then a little travel cage. And he moved house every single weekend. And he was the best. And he lived for ages. Just generally all round great first pet. I don't want intelligence from my pet. I mean, look at Jazz. She's secretly smart and we love her. She's secretly smart. That's why I want her gone. Hamster A tier good. Yes, but less than horse. You cannot ride a hamster. Rats are cleaner than most humans. I can believe that. You know what else is apparently quite clean? Is it pigs? Maybe I'm wrong about this. I think pigs do not toilet where they sleep. Where do I want you? Are you beneath a cow? You know what? I'm going to put pigs there. I think I prefer fluffy rodents to pigs. However, would I rather pet a duck or a pig? Probably a pig. I'd rather pet a pig. You had 2 fish, Finn and Dave. Dave died within a week. Oof. Your tier list is so skewed from mine. By the way, on the Discord will probably be the best place. By all means, feel free to look up Pets tier list. But I will share this at the end when I finished it. And I'll also share it in the Discord if you want to do it yourself. And then you can share your results in Discord. And we can compare and roast each other if you want to. Pigs are like dogs if you keep it as a pet. I've never seen anybody going on a jog with a pig. I've never seen somebody successfully lift a pig into a bathtub. Look, dogs are staying S tier, pigs are staying B tier, okay? That's how we're doing this. Right, this toad looks super grumpy and I kind of really love it, so it's going the top of C tier. I actually really like bearded dragons. I think they're really cute and I would like one. However, the things that it needs to stay alive and the fact that I need to feed it insects stresses me out. There are seeing eye ponies. That's why they're in A tier. He wanted to look at him, so he took him out the water. That's generally not a good idea for fishies. Not the best plan. Right, we're getting to the end of this tier list now. I said I'd be speeding through, and I absolutely am. Snakes. I don't have a phobia of snakes. I know some people do. But equally, don't really appeal to me as a pet, necessarily. Let's put him above Toady Friend. Mr. Hedgehog cute. Hedgehogs are where I'm a little confused, because hedgehogs to me are wild animals. They belong in the wild. But equally, growing up, it was like a very common thing, people saying like, oh, hedgehogs don't have enough food, you should put some dog or cat food in a bowl outside your back door. So like, I know they're not pets, but equally, I've been desensitized to the fact that it's okay to feed them. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's changed now. Maybe you should not be feeding them. So absolutely do not take this as a guide. But you'd like an assistance raptor. You want a seeing eye possum. Oh yeah. Also snack licky stream. But oh, hedgehog. Oh, hedgehog. Where do I put you? Where do I put you, hedgehog? Better than a rat? Better than a chinchilla? I really like chinchillas and ferrets and bunnies though. I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put it there. Think of Sonic. You're right. He has got to go fast, but what is the fastest tier? I'm not entirely sure. What is the fastest letter? Emotional support honey badger. I like that. Wait, who are you feeding Jazz's floor sauce to? Don't do that. It's it's for Jazz only. It's not fit for anyone else's consumption. Right. This is a straight up frog. Like, I know this one is a toad, but this toad looks like it needs a lot smaller of an enclosure than this frog. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to put this one at the top of D tier. I don't think you should be keeping this frog in a house. This frog needs to move around too much. What would Jazz eat? My disappointment in her. Trust me, there's enough of my disappointment in Jazz that she could sustain herself for years. There might be some people here who don't know me and Jazz. Jazz is my moderator, my unofficial daughter, my gremlin child, chaos moderator. She used to be more chaotic. She's actually, since being a moderator, she's matured a bit. But anyway, let's continue with the tier list. What about oxalotls? Better than a fish, for sure, but not much. Not by much. Better than turtle? I reckon it's about the same tier as a turtle. You know what? I'm going to move Froggy Friend down to below a chicken. You've been downgraded. Okay. Yeah, spider's lowest tier. Oxalotls are very dodgy pets. Parrots live longer than humans. Some of them. Some parrots live longer than humans. In fact, depending on when a human perishes, some dogs live longer than humans. It's a little bit dark. Anyway, this parrot, not quite S tier. I'm going to put it above a hamster though. Oh no, above a hamster. Parrots are great, very smart, can train them, but also it's kind of like having a 3-year-old toddler that also can fly and has a can opener for a face. So very difficult to handle. I don't know if I would want a parrot, but at one point in my life, I did want a parrot, and I have done a lot of research on it. My logic, raptor, purely for personal reasons, totally acceptable. Raptor stealing jazz is purely theoretical flaw source. How dare you, raptor, bad raptor. How are you going to punish the raptor, Ev? And also, how big is the raptor? Because if it's above... I mean, please don't get a parrot. No, I want a dog. And a dog... I know everyone's like, oh, dogs are so much responsibility. They're less responsibility than a parrot, and we still are not in a position to get a dog. So... Burbs are often inherited. Oh, what Lady Lexi means is that a lot of parrots can live for such a long time that their previous owners will pass away, or at the very least are too old to look after them in the way that they should anymore, so they get passed on to the next generation of humans. Because a lot of parrots can actually live to 80 or 90 years old, especially the bigger ones. I don't know if you know the macaws. They're like red, blue, and green. Come on, memory, you can do it. They live a very long time. But little parrots this big probably wouldn't live as long. I have no idea what breed this is specifically because it was a long time ago I researched it, but they probably lived to like 30 or 40. Right. This is the budgie. Budgies, not as smart as these parrots. Not as reliable. Not as big brain. Not as good as a cow. Not as good as a bunny. I'm gonna put it between bunny and ferret. Let's go in there. Now, this is a mouse. Do I like mice more than rats? In the wild, yes. I like mice more than rats. As a pet? As a pet, I'm struggling. You will never enjoy another moment of silence until you pass. Enjoy. No, I imagine it could be quite nice. Imagine if your parents owned this parrot and it essentially grew up with them like a sibling, essentially. And then you get to look after this parrot when your parents are gone. It's like a little piece of them lives on. Like a member of the family as opposed to a pet. Can't believe there's no bug you caught in a Tupperware snack holder at 8 years old and immediately lost option. By the way, feel free to say hello in chat. She will not be replying, but Mama Doodle, Mama Do, may be watching the stream right now, and she knows, she knows a little something about this thing right here. I used to catch snails in Tupperware containers when I was younger than 7, and try and keep them several times. And it was only after graduating university that my mum came over to me and was like, I freed them. All those times you were like, my snail disappeared, where's my snail gone? I freed them because I felt bad for them because they were suffocating in little Tupperware containers. So everyone say thank you to Mama Do for making sure that I didn't become a childhood snail destroyer. It's very appreciated. The guilt would have lived with me. Anyway, mice. Below chicken. I know that's weird. I know the rats are way higher up. What can I say? I like my rodents to be large. Thank you, Mama Do. Thanks, Mama Do. Goodbye, Ev. Best of luck. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for saving the snails, Mama Do. Yeah, there we go. Thank you for thanking her, chat. We are nearly at the end. This frog is having an existential crisis, and for that reason it's going at the bottom of C tier, because it clearly does not want to be here. It doesn't want to be a pet. It doesn't want to be here. It doesn't want you to be looking at it, and it probably doesn't want to be existing either. So, you know what else is constantly suffering from existential crises? It's guinea pigs. Everybody knows that guinea pigs know what the afterlife is like. That's why they're pulling that face. Now the question is, where on this tier list would I put a guinea pig? I'm gonna put it between ferret and chinchilla. It's a very rodent-y section, the B tier, isn't it? And finally, oh, goodbye Weedle. Bye Weedly. I don't even know how to say that Martian. Xenopodus? I don't know. Burb's got to go to study for tests. Good luck, Burb. Fly away, my friend. Thank you for popping by. This is going just no, it's a cool looking lizard. It's at the very least it's going above snail. Here is my tier list. Here it is. Completed. Now, how do I share this? Let's do this. I've copied the link. Please do not leave my stream and do this right now, but you may save it for later. That is the tier list that I have just done. It won't have my results in it, but if you would like to do it, I like that your tier list is dog good, rest bad. No. A is still great. In the UK, an A and an A star are like the highest you can get, but dogs are just super, you know? You can't help that. Dogs are just one tier up. So let me save this. Can I just save it like this? Oh. Doodle's pets tier list. I'm so imaginative. Is that how you say? That's not how you spell pets. Right. Wonderful stuff. Let me shrink this down very briefly whilst I load up the next one. I hate Google. Google is the worst. Let's shrink it. There we go. What is my next tier list that I have? You know what? I'm going to do the next tier list as a poll. We have two options. I have a colours tier list and a pasta shapes tier list. Reminder, when you vote in this poll, nobody will be able to see what you have voted. So even if you are lurking, even if you are anonymous, you can vote too. So pasta shapes or colours, spelled incorrectly for you American folk, but I'm not American. Also, I'm slightly concerned that the chat seems to have stopped coming up. Chat check. Let me just type a chat check. Nope, chat's still showing up. What they're gonna be for the tier list? You wouldn't think I have an opinion on pasta shapes, but I do. I can't help myself. Chat's still living. It was more that I wasn't sure it was coming up on the screen. But that's fine. I think we're gonna end up going for pasta shape. So let me start booting that up whilst you guys are finishing off the tier list. Scrolly, scrolly, scroll. Nope, that's the pets tier list again. Pasta shapes. There we go. I will end the poll. I will re-show the screen. This one has words on it. Oh, it's not lined up properly, is it? Give me one sec. Ew, we also had advertisements on the side of the screen. Give me 1 second to solve those for you, chat. Get away from me. Advertisements. How dare you? In fact, I kind of just really want to put Doodle on the other side of the screen for no reason other than I think it's quite funny. Right. This works, doesn't it? There's no adverts on the screen. What do you mean you didn't pay to use the tier list? Shh, chat. I'm not gonna sing that, Arrow, but if any of you in the chat want to read Arrow's message and sing it, feel free. Pasta. So there are a couple of things that you need to think about when you're thinking about tier listing pasta. One, how well does it hold the sauce? Does it hold the sauce well, or is it terrible? Two, does it have a filling in it? Fillings generally make pasta better, but equally, if it's like for something like bolognese, then you don't want a filling in the pasta. And finally, it's just like excitingness of the shape. Let's call that one vibes. So the important things for pasta are how well do they hold the sauce, do they have a filling, and vibes. Now this is how I'm gonna be doing this. We're categorizing this now. Too right we are. I did a poll in this one. So here we go. Let's start off with what do I think is like the worst. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That's a very smooth looking pasta right there. I'm sure it has its uses. I'm sure it has some uses maybe. Like this one. D tier. Do I have too many tears for this? This feels like a lot of tears. Oh, dear me. There we go. You are not the singular chat. There are lots of people lurking today, and I appreciate all of you. Oh, emotional support waifu. How are you doing? I heard you're home. I'm sure it's nice to be home. Glad to have you back, friend. Right, let me continue. These are all the same, right? Hang on, if I put these in this order, isn't this just like the same pasta that's just been chopped to different sizes? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm trying to get all the pastas that are like similar enough up here. Right, this has ridges in it, so already that's going to be B tier. Is this ridgeless penne pasta, or does it have ridges on it? I can't tell. If that's just smooth penne pasta, if it has like no ridges whatsoever, D tier. Some Italian's gonna yell at you, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna get a phone call from my mother halfway through the stream. Like, I told you I was gonna be there. Why did you do a tier list about pasta? I'm joking. I'm half joking. Okay, jumbo shells and shells. No, they're very similar. These are also shells. The problem is I can't see this stuff well enough to be able to tell you what is good or not. It's not zoomed in enough. However, what I can tell you is jumbo shells are better than normal shells because they can hold more sauce in each shell. That's my take. So I'm gonna put jumbo shells A tier and shells. Ooh, these look large though. Let's put them there. It's a no in your opinion. I don't know. They're just like tiny little shells that don't hold much sauce. You know what? Yeah, jumbo shells A tier, shells B tier, and then these tiny little ones that look more like cereal than pasta, they're going in C tier. Right, let's get some of the good ones up there. Where's my tortellini at? Oh, I can't tell. Tortellini is A tier. It might even be super tier. I'm going to leave the super tier for last. Ravioli, also A tier. Now, this is where things are going to get a little divisive. Spaghetti, linguine, or tagliatelle. Now, for me, personally, and I'm sure other people will not agree, linguine is always going to be better than spaghetti. That's just how we do it in my household. That's just me and Ev's opinion. Me and Ev are on the same page for this. Linguine and spaghetti can be used for the exact same things, only linguine is better than spaghetti, okay? A for angel hair. I don't know if I've ever tried angel hair. That's one of the few things I don't know. You know what I have tried, which some of you probably haven't tried? Gnocchi. It's potato pasta. Potatoes are amazing. Pasta is amazing. Gnocchi is amazing. Although that being said, I did have some gnocchi the other day that was really bad, but it was from a cheap supermarket and they put loads of herbs in it that made it spiky. It was a spiky gnocchi. It wasn't good. Gnocchi. Is that how you're supposed to say it, Martian? You need to say the g first. Gnocchi. What should I put up there with gnocchi? Right, this is another one I've never tried. I've never tried this one, but it sort of follows the same sort of spaghetti linguine thing. I feel like I'd like it, but if it falls apart too easily, then maybe B tier. I don't like pasta that like disintegrates. It needs to have some chunk to it. It needs to have some substance, because otherwise I overcook it. And it needs to have a not crunch. I'm not a little resistance, you know. And that stuff doesn't look like it's got any resistance. Gnocchi. I love all you guys trying to work out how you want to spell gnocchi. It's great. Right. This stuff holds sauce fantastically. Okay. So the question is where do I want to put this? It holds sauce really well. I think I'm gonna put this at the top B tier. Top B tier action. Angel hair, you're saying, is A tier, but I haven't worked out a meal that I would want to use this in. So I'm gonna put it above spaghetti, but only because I'm trusting your opinion that it should go above spaghetti. These look like they hold sauce amazingly well. So let's put these up here with these. This is essentially linguine, but like better. So you already know that it's going to be good. And the same with tagliatelle. When it's in that little nest ball like that, you know it's going to be good. And also you don't have to worry about it burning on the side of the pan because you haven't put it in the water fast enough. That already is going to help. Angel, is it sauce holding? It's good at sauce holding, is it? Or is it bad at sauce holding? It just looks so fine. I know that's the point. I think the thing is like, this is one of the few in this list that I have not tried. So that's where my my problems are coming in. Right. Spiral pasta. More spiral pasta. But I'm gonna put this one down. So here's the thing I don't like about these ones. So these ones, it's like spiral pasta, but it has a hole in the middle. Think about those water slides that you may have been on where it like goes around in a circle. It's like that. What always happens is a little bit of boiling water stays inside the pasta and it burns your mouth. So that's why they're below this one. Because I've burnt my face on it too many times, eating it too quickly. Elbows are going in C tier. They're just kind of meh. And also Penny's going down. Penny. Why did I say Penny? Stodgy Valley Penny just suddenly turns up. This doesn't look like it would hold sauce well at all. Maybe I'm wrong. Here's the thing. I bet you there is going to be some kind of... but I mean this is the nicest way possible. When I said some kind of Italian, I didn't mean like being Italian isn't real. I just meant there's Sicily, there's Italy, there's people who have lived in the UK their whole life but they have Italian parents. Okay, I'm just just trying to summarize as a whole. I know that all of these pastas have different strengths. I know that, like, for example, this is just lasagna sheets. In a lasagna they're great, but if you were to put this, I don't know, as the pasta in a carbonara, that's gonna be terrible. You don't want to use lasagna in a carbonara, okay? It's generally not advised. Heist, if you go back and look, this was actually one of the tier lists that I already said I was doing. But I'm glad that you also wanted it to happen, because I'm sure nobody else in the chat wanted this to happen, but it is. You hate that the Scooby-Doo shaped pasta isn't there. I think it's the same sort of thing as this, isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, so I know different things have different purposes. But I'm just kind of scoring this on what it is. Let's be honest, nobody eats lasagna for the pasta sheets. I almost exclusively make pasta bakes instead of lasagna because it's essentially the same thing, but easier to make. You did say it in the channel recommendation, yes, but if you look at the bit where I asked what should I do for tier lists, I gave 3 things that I was already doing. Don't mind me just roasting one of my very long time viewers in the chat. Poor Heist. Heist has been around for well over a year now. Lasagna is an S tier food. You're committing war crimes. No. This isn't for lasagna though. This isn't. I know it says lasagna on the front, so I understand why you're confused. However, the reason I put it in C tier is because it's just the sheets. Lasagna is your favorite food ever, but if I just boiled up some lasagna sheets and served it to you, I don't think you'd be happy with me. Tell you what, just for you guys, and because I am being quite harsh, I will move it to the top of C tier. There we go. You cannot have a lasagna without the pasta. Yeah, but it doesn't matter what shape the pasta is. Anyway, This looks spirally and nice, but it also looks like it doesn't hold too much sauce. I'm going to put it below shells. I've noticed that nothing is in super tier. We're going to have to go through and debate this. It's going to be a difficult one for sure. Egg noodle, I genuinely don't know what to say. Is that even a pasta? I'm trying to look at the image. It looks like a type of pasta, and it looks like it would hold sauce well. It kind of looks like the same material as the like papery one. What are you? Let's leave it there. I don't know what that one is. You should take in the context of a dish instead of just the pasta in a vacuum. Yeah, but I don't know the purpose for every single one of these, you know? I don't know the dishes for every single one. Like, where are those giant pasta things that you put spinach and ricotta in? Because those are wicked. I love that spinach and ricotta stuff. But it's not on here. It's pasta, just has egg. Okay, so in that case, if we're judging it just on the shape alone, that is honestly a very good sauce holding shape. Don't vacate your moderator spot just because I haven't put pasta lasagna sheets higher up on the list, for goodness sake. Right, this is pipe shape pasta. It looks like it's kind of got a bit of a curl to it, so it would hold sauce quite well. Would also burn your mouth, so I'm going to put it next to the other one that would burn my mouth. We don't have pasta bake a lot because my dad hates it. What is there to hate about pasta bake? We always have lasagna instead. What is the difference? I mean, I know what the difference is. One is in layers and one is not in layers, but in terms of like taste, in terms of what you were putting in your face hole, they're the same. They're the same. I do like farfalle, but not that much. It doesn't hold sauce that well. It's easy to stab with your fork, easier than shells. I still don't really know what this tastes like. People with gluten allergies can't have most pastas. This is true, because most of it is gluten. Oh, goodness. I think this is what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do a quick shuffle round. I'm going to do a last shuffle round, because I feel like that's important. Ravioli's moving up. Tortellini is moving to the top of A tier. Linguine is moving down to B tier. And... no, linguine is moving up to A tier. Linguine is... no! Oh my goodness! I feel like this looks better. Egg noodle, pipe shape, spirale. Struggling with my thoughts. These all look smooth. You look smooth. You're not gonna hold sauce very well. You're just wheels. You're just a wheel. Lasagna S tier. Alright, just for chat. Just for chat. This is not my opinion. Lasagna can go at the bottom of A tier, but no higher. No higher. Spaghetti is a classic, super tier. What are you talking about? Spaghetti and linguine and fettuccine all have the same purpose, only spaghetti is the worst. Spaghetti is the worst. It's round. It holds less sauce. It's not as satisfying to eat. running out of things that I just don't like it. Okay, it's the vibes. I'm blaming it on the vibes. The spaghetti doesn't have as good a vibes as linguine. Okay, it's just the way it is. I also think. No, I kind of want this to stay here. I think I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. I think ravioli's at the top. Ravioli is just all around great. It's got filling in it. Depending on the filling, you can just put sauce with it and boom. Protein, carbs, and vegetables if you specifically use tomato sauce. We got justice for lasagna. Fair enough. Opinion on angel hair pasta. My opinion is that I don't think I've ever actually tried it. It's one of the few on this list that I've never tried. But in terms of my personal taste in pasta, it generally goes the chunkier the better. I like my pasta chunky. And the same goes for noodles. I love udon noodles. And then like and rice noodles, the chunky ribbon rice noodles. And then like the thinner the noodles get, the worse it gets for me. And then egg noodles are at the bottom because they just stick together and they're so dry. So dry. Probably D tier. Where is angel hair pasta? Where did I put it in this? It was on this, wasn't it? There it is. Probably D tier. I'll move it to C. I'll move it to the top of C. Because I want to shrink down the B section before we finish off. I want one more to move down. One more to move down. It's gonna be spaghetti. I never buy spaghetti anymore. I literally don't. In fact, it's going below angel hair. There we go. There's my pasta tier list. Those big udon noodles are amazing. They're so good, aren't they? They're so good. I went through a stage of making myself cheap, low effort ramen. Boy, it's good. Can't have too much of it. It's very salty. Right. We're doing the same thing again. I am going to share it. Oh, I already clicked off by accident. Ah. Doodles pasta tier list. Woot woot. And now the screen goes off. Goodbye, because we're going to load up the next tier list. We're finding out the things that I like together. Right, so I've saved it. Now how do I share it? I believe when I copy and paste this, I think it should actually... There we go. There, if you want to do the pasta tier list, you may do so there. Again, if you are happy to wait until after the stream, that would help massively. and if not, that's fine. The final one that I'm going to do is colours. And then you lot get to pick my tier list. And we just have to find one that exists, I guess. So this is going to be a relatively quick one. So for those of you that don't know, let me turn this back on. For those of you that don't know, I don't have a favourite colour. I don't. I love combinations of colours. I have like favourite combinations of colours. And I have colours that I prefer above others. But I wouldn't say I have like an outright favourite. So hopefully this will help me find out my own preferences in colour. Here we go. Let's start off with the obvious. You can't see my, there we go. You couldn't see where I was pointing. You're going to make a better one. Yes, absolutely. By the way, feel free. If you want to make me some tier lists to do in future streams, absolutely. Everyone knows 7 is the best colour. Is there one just called 7? I'm looking now. I feel like I'm going crazy. There's none called 7. Anyway. Dark violet. Don't like it. Don't like it. Is purple even super tier? I think I'm going to put it in A tier for now. Dark violet. I don't like pinkish purple. I don't like it. I don't know if you guys remember Doodle 3.0 with the pinkish purple hair. I like the fact that it gave it a little bit of pop of color. Didn't like the actual color itself. Mod tier list. No, that's like choosing your favorite child. Can't do it. So purple A tier. Dark violet I'm going to put in D tier. Now what other colors do I look at and I'm like, ugh. Just don't like it. Saddle brown. Saddle brown's not great. Yellow green not great. Orange red not great. none of those colors are giving me good vibes. Vice straight at the F tier. It's not even an F. I took the F tier off. Okay. Pastel purple. Pastel purple, not as good as bright purple, but I do use pastel purple a lot because it's slightly easier on the eyes and I don't like going all in on the brightness. Medium aquamarine, eh. What else is eh? Pastel cyan is eh. Normal cyan is B. Okay, I'm working things out that I didn't even know that I cared about. Pastel orange, eh. Pastel red though is nice. I suppose it's more of a pink. No, it's below purple. I hope you put Ev as your favorite mod since he's your partner. Ev is my favorite person, but I feel like to be my favorite moderator, he should do more moderating things. And by do more moderating things, I mean he should do moderating things. Yeah. Let's leave that alone there. I'm not keen on red. There, I said it. I like black, red, and pink as a color combination. But on its own, not that impressed with red. Also not too keen on fuchsia. But I love this color. Doodle, you just said you don't like red and then you immediately put the color red in A tier. No, that's pink. It's different. It's different to red. And I'm not gonna explain myself because I don't think I need to. Midnight blue, lovely. Lovely, lovely color. Absolutely lovely. Blue, bad. Goodbye, Vice. Perhaps I will see you later for the puppy dog stream. Oh my goodness, hang on. Right, I was getting too excited talking about colours. These are not colours, they're shades. So they're going in there. I like to work whilst not using either of these colours wherever possible. Mustard yellow. Normal yellow is nice. I'm gonna even put it above pastel purple. And these greens are actually really nice as well. So I think I might even... I like a bit of green. You know what I don't like? This green. Let's put it here. And let me... Actually, all of these are really ugly. Everything in this row. I'm really curious to see what you guys do for this one. Right, I think... You know what? Aquamarine is moving up. Because I do like greens. I do like greens. Pastel blue. This blue is lovely. Actually lovely. Really nice. Not too keen on pinks. Is this what you were thinking? The purples are very spread out. I'm sure some of you were thinking that all of the purples would be together. But alas, that does not seem to be the case. There we go. You know what I am surprised by though? The amount that I don't like orange. I've never liked it. I don't know why. It's kind of like red, I suppose. It's the side of red that I don't like. That's gonna be my explanation for it. Deep pink, better than fuchsia, and red, and pastel green, and pastel orange. But it stops there. It goes no further. Ruby pink, above deep pink, otherwise it's the same. In fact, you know what? Orange is moving down into D tier. And mustard yellow, and blue. That blue is just so... my retinas. My retinas. There we go. Perma brown is a lot nicer than saddle brown, but it's still brown, so it's going there. Turquoise is good. Better than those. In fact, better than cyan. In fact, it's better than medium aquamarine. And then pastel yellow. In fact, I didn't realize there was a pastel and a normal yellow. We're nearly done with this tier list. Does anyone have any tier lists they would like me to do? Or should I... Actually, you know what? I've been streaming for over an hour. So once this tier list is done, I might see if you guys want to go and watch a sneaky video that I've made. Yellow is moving down. Mustard yellow, I think, needs to be all the way down here. Then this yellow can move down to here, and this yellow can move up to here. Okay, this is what we're looking at. Surprise burgundy and grey aren't on here. There weren't too many colour tier lists that I could find that weren't like, they had like hex codes on them. They had hex codes. There was so many, and I was like, I'm not gonna have time for this. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to move up some colors into super tier. One of them is obviously going to be purple. I do love me some purple. And against my better judgment, is that it? No, crimson. That is a really nice color. Here we go. That's where I'm leaving it, I think. Oh, ruby pink, actually. Ruby pink I might move up. Oh, I don't know. Let's do a switch like that. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with it now. I kind of want the yellow to move up as well to there. Right, that's why we're doing it. You like jewel tones and tend towards cool colors over warm colors. I guess so. I guess that's true. The thing is, right, so this is a really difficult way to describe this. As I said at the beginning, I love color combinations over individual colors. So like, I'm gonna mess up this tier list now, but like this pastel yellow next to like this purple, these two colors together, maybe with this one as well, like anyway, color combinations I way prefer over individual colors. I can't remember where this purple was. Must be like that. I can't remember. But yeah, so like autumn colors, I love autumn colors when they're together, but this was identifying colors just on their own, I guess. This was my first attempt at it. Have I worked out if I have a favorite color yet? No, I haven't. But what I have learned, surprisingly enough, is which colors are definitely never going to be my favorite color. Yellow, green, never going to be my favorite color. The orange side of the red spectrum, never going to be my favorite color. Not a big fan of most yellows unless it's like a very soft pastel kind of. That's why you'll always see me using slightly desaturated yellows in my artwork and stuff like that. I think this is pretty accurate. I think at the very least from B tier and up. So like these are all great colors here. Let's be honest. They're all fantastic colors. Right. Let me get rid of this. Let me save or download. Doodle's color list. Can't spell. Save it. Yay! And now to share with you lot. Boosh! That is the last color tier list that I am going to be sending. Now what I will say is this is where the stream is going to be ending for now, but it is not where the stream is going to be ending for the entire day. I am going to be doing another stream. We are going to be starting not Little Kitty Big City. I already did that one. The Dog Island. We're going to be doing the Dog Island. When does that start? 9 PM. So that is going to be 2.5 hours from now. 2.5 hours from now, we will be going to New Game Town, and it's pretty cursed and it's pretty adorable, and I'm very excited, and Mum is probably going to watch as well, and Vice is super excited for it. So yeah, I'm hyped. If you'd like to come along to that, please do. And I did the redirect to the wrong thing. I was going to redirect you guys to the Core Keeper video that I've released, but I'm going to let you guys find it yourself because I know that some of you have probably already seen it and you're just going to click straight off of it anyway. So please do go and watch my new Core Keeper video, or my new Core Keeper short, or my new channel trailer video, or come back later for the Dog Island stream. Thank you very much for coming to my re-debut kind of thing. 2-year celebration tier list. Don't really know what it was. I've been Doodle, you've been fantastic. And I will see you all in about 2.5 hours. Bye, peeps!